And welcome back to the 2023 Big West Women's Basketball Preview Show presented by BuyB1.com. I'm your host, Krista Blunk, joined again by Tammy Blackburn. And Tammy, it's the number 9 seeded team into this year's poll, and that is Cal State Fullerton. The Titans, a team that did some damage last year, and Jeff Harada's got some of that experience back, plus some new faces.
Jeff Harada's a great coach. You know, everybody in Orange County California that hears Jeff Harada, they think about, that's a basketball guy. And there were so many close games for this team last year. The big question for this team, and I know Jeff is asking this of his team this year, is will they just get one more? And so I think the continuity of those players that had the minutes coming over from last year to this year is going to be absolutely crucial. The big piece and the big storyline for this team is now that missing piece. And they lose their Big West freshman of the year from last year, a double-digit scorer who transferred to Hawaii, Lily Wahine-Kapu. And this is, Krista, where the transfer portal comes into play. We're seeing it not just in the Big West, it's around the nation. It is a thing in college sports. And so now coaches are playing chess, and they're losing some players, but then they're going into the transfer portal. As much as it can hurt you, it can equally help you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Coach Harada does have 3 starters back from last year's team. He's added a couple of transfer players, as you mentioned. One of the players to look to is his senior, and it's Fujika Nemo, but also Annika Frey, the point guard, out last year with injury. They do get her back. So he loses a key player, but he also gets some experience back.
That experience is going to be so important, and they will lean on their 3 returning starters. Nemo, a senior leader. The more I watch her play, the more I enjoy her game. And I think Nemo, along with Ashley Lewis, they're going to carry a really big load. Now, I think Nemo is ready for the pressure of stepping up and being a bit of a star for her team. Question is, where will they find their offense? Nemo's ready to do that. And if they can share the ball a little bit like Jeff Harada's team likes to do, if they can be patient in their offense, I think this is a team that will win some of those last year close games that they lost by a couple of points. They're going to turn those losses into wins.
Yep, probably. I think Jeff Harada definitely looking in the right direction and put some good pieces together in his 6th season. And we're going to get a chance to catch up with Coach Harada when we return after this.
The B1 Performance Patch elevates physical functions by transforming carbs into glucose used to fuel the body. Don't compete without it. Visit BuyB1.com or on social media at B1Patch.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
The Big West is back in Las Vegas. Don't miss the 2023 Hercules Tires Big West Basketball Championships, presented by the Hawaiian Islands, March 7th through the 11th at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. Catch the pulse-pounding action as 20 men's and women's teams battle to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Get the best seats in the house at FullertonTitansTickets.com or call 657-278-2783.
What a finish! Hi, and welcome back to the 2023 Women's Basketball Preview Show presented by BuyB1.com. We want to catch up with the head coach of Cal State Fullerton, and it's Jeff Harada. Our Molly Sullivan got a chance to sit down with him Let's listen in to see what he had to say.
Get right into it, Coach. You've got 9 players returning, 3 of which are starters.
Yeah.
What do you like from your squad this season?
Well, I like that we have some continuity returning, from last season. Obviously losing a couple key pieces, but, at the end of the day, we still have a nice core of returnees with experience. So really excited about that. I just like our work ethic, over the summer, during the preseason up until now. I believe this team, is on the same page. They're very competitive. They challenge each other. And at the end of the day, they're great kids who are very coachable and they're great teammates. So I'm really excited about their squad we have this year.
Yeah, they certainly reflect their leader. We saw that in action just down the street here in Henderson, Nevada at the Dollar Loan Center for the Big West Basketball Championships. Coach, when you roll tape from that week, what do you point to? You've got these core returners, right? What do you point to as a points of emphasis that they can learn and grow?
Well, we want, the freshmen who are now sophomores, the sophomores who are now juniors, the juniors who are now seniors, to learn from everything last year, good things and, bad things per se. Taking that experience through a tough, learning season last year where we experienced a lot of success, experienced a lot of heartbreaks. I think we had 5 or 6 games where we lost. It was a 1-possession game. We came out on short end of the stick, 3 points or less. And, if we can turn that around, I think it'll turn around a lot of our, fortunes and help us achieve what we want to achieve, going forward this season. So I think staying the course, understanding that, if we can fix some things and learn some things and execute down the stretch now and, see what we can do together, I think it'll be an exciting year for us.
How about some of your newcomers, some of the fresh faces on the floor? Shiloh Latone from Utah State, obviously a proven playmaker here. Got to bring a big boost on your offense and beyond, huh, Coach?
For sure. We're really excited about Shiloh. We're really excited that we're able to sign her, out of the transfer portal. After losing, our freshman of the year last year, it was where we're going to get scoring from. Lily was our leading scorer, but I think Shiloh will easily fill that void for us. She's just a dynamic playmaker, can score the ball, a great passer, a willing passer, and, just fills up the stat sheet. So really excited about her. And we have 3 freshmen also on our roster, and we have another grad transfer who's decided to join us for her COVID year. So we're pretty excited about what we have, 5 newcomers joining our squad.
Coach, when you evaluate these elite student athletes, what do you look for? High IQ is a reoccurring theme in each and every one of your squads. What are you really looking for here?
High IQ, obviously, but more so high character. We want great young women. It doesn't matter what high school they play for, what club team they play for. We want tough, competitive kids who are, good people, good teammates, who are coachable, and good students who care about school. I think those are the main things that we look for. The character part is the most important thing. When you build a culture, when you have a culture, in place that we feel like we do, that's in a good place, we want to keep adding to that culture and not diminish it. So we look for high character players who, like I said, are just great teammates and are coachable and who care about winning and care about school.
And some early tests here, looking at your schedule for those high character players. Tough non-conference schedule against teams in the state of California. That must be by design. How much pride do you take in winning those early battles, Coach?
Oh, it's a lot of pride, right? We're going up against, not just in-state schools from different leagues, but, just it's pride within your league. We're going up against, the WAC, the Big Sky, the WCC, the Pac-12, so Mountain West. So we're very excited, to represent the Big West, and hopefully we can, compete during the non-conference season. Obviously, that's the time for us to gel and to learn things and play together. But, at the end of the day, we're trying to win every game we play. And, it's exciting to be able to play against these in-state schools who we recruit against, every year as well. So.
And a couple other games that our crew has circled on your schedule. You're also going to be carrying the Big West flag back east, Georgetown and George Washington University in the mix. Why is that important to you to broaden the horizons, if you will, with your team?
Well, so a part of, what I like to do with our team is we recruit, obviously, we want to recruit the best players in California. But we also have some players from out of state. And we try to I make it a point, if we bring in an out-of-state player, we make it a point to go home or as close to home as we can, to get that player home so she can play in front of her family and her friends and her people. So we have a player from Florida, Fujika Nemo, who has family in the Virginia, D.C. area. And so we wanted to get her home close to her family to play. And it just kind of worked out that we were able to schedule these games. And, for me, I like to take our players on a nice, non-conference trip every year, kind of an educational, great experience trip. And I think, Washington, D.C. is such a unique place. It was just so many things to see, so much history, and it'd be a great experience for our kids.
It's bigger than basketball, isn't it, Coach?
It is.
And as we get those ticket requests in, you also got to think about March 7th through 11th, right down the street in Henderson here. The atmosphere that you experienced at the Dollar Loan Center, how do you best put that into words?
It was amazing. Just the facility, the venue, just the support, just everything in place. It was such a treat for our team, for our young ladies to be there, to experience what it was like, in a postseason conference tournament where all teams are there and competing against each other for the third time. It was just from top to bottom. It was just a great first class experience, and we're excited to be back this year. And hopefully, going forward, we don't know what the format's going to be like in the future, but as long as it's there at the Dollar Loan Center, we're going to be excited to compete and be there every year. So.
Titan Ohana also making an addition to your coaching staff. This is an exciting addition. Speak a little bit on Brittany.
Yes, so Brittany Aikens, just I think a very up and coming young woman in the coaching profession, and she has held a lot of positions in this business. She was a director of ops, she was a graduate assistant, she was a director of player development and an assistant coach. She's worked for some great coaches before coming here, and she's a very hardworking, energetic young lady, and I think our players will definitely benefit from her experiences and what she has to offer, and I'm so excited to have added her to our staff.
Coach, one of your players, don't call it a comeback, right? Anakin Frey and the trials, the obstacles that she's gone through from overcoming an injury and such, to have her back on the floor running with you guys, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. Her teammates are excited for her. Obviously, I'm excited for her, and it was tough for her to have to sit out last year after having kind of a breakout year the year before. She had a really good season for us, shot the ball extremely well. I think she was in the tops, one of the tops in the conference in three-point shooting, or mid 40s, percent from three, which we really could have used last year. But, she's worked really hard last year during the season, this off season, and she's finally back to doing some things for us on the floor. And, her excitement and her energy and her smile every day, she has a very brand new perspective on things as well. That time away kind of makes you realize how much something means to you. And, she's able to express that to her teammates and kind of teach our younger players those same kind of lessons where, hey, take advantage of things. And, because you never know when it could be taken away. And for her, it was such a great experience. And, I think she's just put so much work in. I'm just excited to see, how she will progress during this season and how she can help us.
Well, you've got your schedule posted right behind you. We can't wait to see you in action, Coach. Best of luck this season. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, and really appreciate it.
The Big West is back in Las Vegas. Order your tickets today for the 2023 Hercules Tires Big West Basketball Championships presented by the Hawaiian Islands, March 7th through the 11th at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. Don't miss a minute of pulse-pounding action as 20 men's and women's teams battle to punch their ticket to the next level. Get the best seats in the house at Fullerton-Titans-tickets.com. b1.com or call 657-278-2783.
The B1 Performance Patch elevates physical functions by transforming carbs into glucose used to fuel the body. Don't compete without it. Visit buyb1.com or on social media at B1Patch.
The word malama translates to taking care. We malama the land that feeds us. All of that energy that's being put in the ground gets transferred into food. It allows us as a people to thrive as well.
Learn how you can malama Hawaii at gohawaii.com/malama.
Sometimes faster isn't always better. Like when you're getting a tattoo. Or saying I love you on the first date. Or putting together certain Swedish furniture.
But when it comes to getting in and out of the airport, faster is always better. And at Ontario International Airport, you can have a stress-free experience from the curb to the gate.
It's the least we can do.
The Big West is back in Las Vegas. Don't miss the 2023 Hercules Tires Big West Basketball Championships, presented by the Hawaiian Islands, March 7th through the 11th at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. Catch the pulse-pounding action as 20 men's and women's teams battle to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Get the best seats in the house at FullertonTitansTickets.com or call 657-278-2783.
What a finish! So Tammy, Jeff Harada feeling pretty optimistic. He's got a good core group that has experience and knows his program, but he's also brought in some new faces. You mentioned the transfer portal earlier. A lot of coaches looking in that direction, and the experience that you can bring in is a big plus.
It is, and what he's going to do with this team, whether it's returning players or the transfer portal players, is he's going to go out and he's going to play some tough talent. They are centrally located in Orange County, is Fullerton. There's a lot of local talent around there. There's other schools that they can go to and play for an RPI win. They don't have to do a lot of travel. That is the great thing about the location of Fullerton. He's always been able to seek out those other great teams. He's going to do it again this year. And I think for Fullerton, it's time for this program to get an RPI win. And I'm feeling really good about their chances.
Yeah, he definitely scheduled a very heavy non-conference schedule. I love the fact that for his senior, Fujika Nemo, he is going to make a trip to the East Coast. He said it's an educational trip as well, going to Washington, D.C. They're going to play Georgetown and George Washington. That is not going to be an easy trip, but she has family in the area, and it just tells you it's more about basketball so often with these teams.
About family. It's about coaches understanding how important it is for these student athletes to be able to travel, to get these experiences. These are transformational experiences for these student athletes. Most importantly, to just go home and maybe be able to hug your mom and dad and your siblings and to get that nice home cooked meal if you can sneak one away. And don't forget, Mom, make those little cookies, those oatmeal raisins and the brownies, because that's what my mom did. And man, it means everything when you're grinding every day.
Yep, it absolutely does. So a lot to look forward to for the Titans and a lot to look forward to next as we're going to take a look at our number 8 team in the preview show when we return.